We're going to Jackie in Salt Lake City. Jackie, a first-time caller. Jackie, you are on Heart of the Matter.
Hi.
Hi, Jackie.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good. I've caught your show several times, and I'm kind of a little upset at the way that you portray your priesthood.
My what?
Your priesthood, your ministry.
Oh.
You said early on in the show that you were talking about the guy in California that took his mom to the temple, and how when you go through the temple, you have to go through 2 interviews, and they ask you about your sex life and the clothes you wear, and I can't remember the other things that you said.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Okay, let me stop right there. You just said that's not true.
What you said
wait, no,
is
wait,
not true.
wait. When I went through my temple recommend interview, the bishop asked me if I performed certain sexual acts with my wife.
Okay.
Secondly, they asked if I wear my garment day and night. That's sex, and that's clothing we wear. So before you say not true, think about what you're saying.
Not true now. Maybe back then, maybe it was just your bishop. I don't believe that it is in the book, because I have been through the temple myself, and I have been through several interviews, and I have never, ever once, and I have had new bishops bring the book out and read the questions out of the book.
But you know, Jackie, if you've been a member for very long, you know that the questions have changed and changed and changed, and they've...
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You are leading the people that are listening to your program astray, because it's not the way that
Okay, let me
it
make
is
a clarification
proposed now.
then. I haven't been interviewed for a long time, so let me make a clarification. They used to ask that when I was a member.
Okay.
Now what do they
better.
ask you, Jackie?
Pardon me?
What do they ask you?
I'm not going to say. That's not for me to say. If you,
Wait, why not?
If you or anyone else wants to know, then go through the process. But the other thing...
Oh, so they
could
could... Right now they could say, do you pinch goats? And we wouldn't know because you won't tell us. You know, I'm telling you what I know, and now I'm asking you to reveal. Those aren't secret. Those are not secret questions.
I know that. Nothing as far as the LDS Church is secret.
Oh.
It's sacred.
Jackie, come on, man. Come on. Don't say that. You're making yourself look bad.
No, I'm not.
Nothing
the other thing
secret?
that I wanted to bring up was that early on in the show, you said that you weren't against LDS people.
I'm not. I live with them.
Then why is it that every time I have turned your program on and listened to you, you have espoused something against a person of that faith?
Because I'm against the faith.
Why is it that you can attack... Let me finish, please. Why is it that you can attack a prophet, whether he be a prophet or not, whether, maybe he was just an apostle or just a layperson in the church? You attacked Gordon B. Hinckley.
He deserved attack.
His death.
He deserved attack.
No, why didn't you do it while he was still living?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you call him up and ask for an interview?
On the air all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you
really?
go to the church office building and say, I'd like to talk to him? Because he's had the opportunity to talk to many people.
You are, Jackie, I got to tell you, a lot of LDS callers who call, they will kind of shoot straight with stuff. Mm-hmm. You're a PR woman. Gordon B. Hinckley, you actually think, you're asking me a question. Did I call Gordon B. Hinckley and ask him to come on my show? Do you really think that Gordon B. Hinckley, are you so naive that you think that guy is going to answer the phone and come on down and sit with me?
Why not when he's talked to plenty other people that are of other faiths?
Come on. You got to wake up a little bit. If you're going to call, bring something that is real.
You
just
have
real.
to pick on somebody just because you got shunned from the church for some reason. That you're...
So now Jackie, you're having to formulate some reason why I do this show. It can't be that Mormonism's wrong. It's because I'm wrong.
Then why don't you, rather than attack the people, why don't you attack the religion?
I do.
You don't, because all you've been talking about today is the massacre and how Brigham Young called it on and killed all those people.
That is the church.
That's not the church. You know what?
Brigham Young's not the church?
You today could walk out of that office where you're at right now, being the Christian man that you espouse to be, and walk across the street and do something against your own faith.
Yes, I could.
People do it every day.
But I don't call myself a prophet.
That doesn't make the religion wrong.
I don't call myself a prophet.
That makes the person in the religion wrong.
Jackie,
don't hate the religion, hate the people.
Jackie, again, you're on. Wait, now let me talk.
Okay.
Okay, Jackie, I go after Brigham Young, who established a teaching based that thus saith the Lord teaching, that you shed the blood in memorial of Joseph Smith's martyrdom. I have given quote after quote after quote of your leader, not some guy who decided, your leader, getting other leaders to take the lives of innocent men, women, and children, Jackie. This is at the founding root of your religion. You can walk out and look at your beautiful world now, but I want to tell you the same spirit exists because the doctrines haven't changed. I go after your leaders and I go after your doctrine. Now, I will make fun of certain Mormon culturalisms, but let me tell you something. I was part of it 40 years. So I can make fun of it because I understand it. And any Latter-day Saint who knows me personally, they hang out with me, they don't have a problem. You have a problem because I'm hitting on your leaders and you hate it.
No, I don't hate it. I don't think it's right.
Why?
I don't think you should attack people, especially someone that's deceased.
You keep saying people. They
Anybody.
represented
I don't care
God.
if you were talking about the Buddhist monks. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. If someone can't come to you face-to-face, on the phone, whatever, and be able to rebut these things that you are saying, it's not right.
Let me repeat something, Jackie, for your benefit. Thomas Monson, I give you a complete, gracious invitation. We'll have roast beef sandwiches for you. We will be polite to you. You are welcome anytime you want.
Do you think he's watching your program?
Wait a minute. Now you're saying, do you think he watches my program? You wanted me to call Gordon B. Hinckley, and now you're mocking me for asking Thomas Monson?
Why don't you call up the church office building like
Tell you what,
a man?
I'll call him tomorrow, and next week I'll report on what they say, Jackie.
Okay.
Now let me do this. Let me offer.
Can we believe what you're saying?
Wait, let me offer any invitation to any apostle, any general authority, or anyone who can officially represent Mormonism. You have always been, and those of you who watch the show know this, you've always been welcome on this set to talk and interview.
But you have always got a comeback for something. You can't go off the cuff. You have to read out of your book, you know, and try to make everybody look like a fool.
Well, when you believe things like this,
the temple thing. You know, you can't go and talk out of both sides of your mouth.
What
has changed? Even
Jackie,
the garments have changed over the years, dear. You know, you can't go and say, well, they did this 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago when it's not that way now.
Why?
Because you're misleading the people that are watching your program.
Well, I'll say when I went through, usually.
Okay, but how long ago was that? 40 years ago?
No, I'm not that old, dear. It was more like 7.
7 years ago.
Yeah,
you went through the
and my family are all still active. I understand. I watch the general comment. It's not like I'm completely devoid of understanding of this religion. Your doctrines have not changed, Jackie.
Okay, so
that's
why
wait.
Let's LDS religion. Why don't you pick on?
Because I was LDS. Don't jump on every single question possible.
No,
I was LDS 40 years, Jackie. I understand Mormonism better probably than you do. And so I can address it. I can address it relative to biblical Christianity, something that you can't do either.
Are you right 100% of the time?
No.
Okay. Then what you're talking about maybe part of the time might not be totally correct.
Of course.
You and I could read Little Red Riding Hood.
That's part of the human experience.
You and I could read Little Red Riding Hood.
No. It's only, Jackie, don't give me relativism. It's only your leaders who say when they speak they're right all the time. Okay?
No.
It's only your leaders who say when they speak they're right all the time. That's not this show.
I can listen to, like I said before, you and I could read Little Red Riding Hood and get a different perspective off of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Bible's not Little Red Riding Hood. The Book of Mormon is. You and I can listen
to conference and get something totally different from it.
Jackie, we've lost it. It's over. I'll call them and I'll report next week what they say. All right?
Have a good night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye-bye.